Okay, so this is the report for today, the 21st. This is the report for the 21st of the 12th, 2020. We have Saturn and Jupiter at 00 degrees Aquarius. We have Sun and Mercury at 00 degrees Capricorn. So this is like a double 0 point going on. This conjunction is at exactly 0 degrees. So Saturn and Jupiter are basically kissing. They're connecting. So Saturn is the great contractor and Jupiter is the great expander. So you may be feeling expanded at the same time as contracted, like certain things contracting in a way. There's a very spacey attunement of energy going on today as well because of the Moon-Neptune conjunction, and that's just attuning us, that's getting us into that expanded space, the space of divinity, the space of feeling more in touch with the divine and more kind of in our meditative space, or a place of surrender, like a deep surrender flow. And it's beautiful that the Moon and Neptune are sitting in that conjunction too, purely because this is the dawning of the Aquarian age, but we're also attuning to the gifts that we have brought in from the Piscean age. So a really powerful message for this time is that we take the energy of the last age, the Piscean age, and we bring the unconditional love and all the things that we learned from, different guru complexes, savior victim complexes that were devastating to the human spirit, but also helped us to transcend and bring this gift of unconditional love to this time. And then we're coming into the age of Aquarius, where the individual and the uniqueness of every beautiful soul, like a snowflake, is going to be honoured for the needs, and this will be the highest aspect of that, is true love.
Welcome everyone to the gathering.
And here I am at the gathering, and we are getting some beautiful downloads today, which I'll share more as I go.
Second half, so we're going to do some more singing, some celebrations, some dance, singing, one tribe, and some time to really listen to our elders, to the wisdom keepers from this land. So I invite you to stay and relax and soak up this love field, soak it into your bones, into every cell, so that we leave here as just like beacons of love and light in this new earth that we're just
lying here,
wasn't too hard,
receiving from this beautiful tree, surrendering deep in this 0 point of the Aquarian and field of consciousness.
Thanks everybody for coming.
Hey beautiful people, Shay of Star Heart Astrology, and this will be the report for the 21st of December 2020, but going on from this potent point, which is a new beginning, and what this entails for us moving forward from this birth point. So this is a point of birth, it's a point of renewal, and it's a really, really powerful alignment that is going to set a whole new chain of events in motion for our society, for the world, for the grander vision. So looking at the chart from the point of the 00 point, Saturn and Jupiter at 0 Aquarius. So this is an incredible event that is like for our growth as a society, a world, a system. Because Saturn and Jupiter rule our larger vision, it goes into the larger context of purpose, structure within society. It's really big for the world. It's really big for us as a collective consciousness. So this 0 point is, well, there's lots of people that have discussed, you know, how long it's been since the last one, or what each one represents, and every time Saturn and Jupiter have joined. So really what this means for our world is it's a birth point. And from this day of the 21st of December, not only is Saturn and Jupiter at 0 degrees, the Sun and Mercury are both at 0 degrees as well. So if we go into that, we have the Aquarius energy, which is all about the electricity of a system. It's the electrical current, it's the radio signals, it rules radio signals, it rules technology. And that's sitting with the conjunction of Jupiter and Saturn. And at the point that I took this particular chart, which was for 7 p.m, which was going to be the point that they at exact, in Perth here it was at Gemini rising for the rising sign. So, but let's just talk about the placements of the planets here. So what is really beautiful is we have between Pluto and the Moon and Neptune, we have a sextile. So, okay, there's so much going on here. So how do we interpret this? So basically, oh, wow, there's a spider that just jumped down. Hey there, guy. It's like a little angel spider. Look at that. Wow. Hey there. Hey there, guy. Take it off. Go. Okay, let's pop my hat on. And then, so what the powerful thing I see here for this date is that 0 degrees Aquarius is a whole renewal for our society. It marks the beginning. The age of Aquarius is already in motion, but this marks the beginning of its effect on our society, and the beginning of this Saturn return in Aquarius for many that were born between the late 80s and early 90s. These are the star seeds, the children that were here to bring a new way, a new connection, a new system in, just through their consciousness. Just by holding the codes of that Saturn in Aquarius, you're actually bringing in the new structure, because Saturn is actually in a good placement in Aquarius purely because systems and society needs innovation in order to grow, to move forward, to make the changes that keep us in a progressiveness, so a desire for progression. So with Saturn, which is the system builder and the structure creator, and Jupiter, the storyteller, the one who expands, that keeps information flowing, that brings the culture. This is a return of our understanding of our connection to the stars, the star lineage, the connection that we have with other brethren that may be from other worlds, the interesting cultures in this world that make up a unique set of systems, and an appreciation for what each of those brings. So when we have that 0 point, it's like a complete reset. It's like a dropping in and an opportunity for renewal. It's almost like being reborn. You know, the 0 is like the feminine as well. It's like the world that holds all systems with love and beauty, all parts with love and beauty. The beautiful thing is that the Sun and Mercury are at 0 degrees Capricorn as well. And how I see this is it's that 0 point of Capricorn as well, with the center that says I am on this 21st of December. It's like right on the cusp, you know, that window, and the window to the new world. And Capricorn is the, okay, so how are we going to make use of this? How are we going to take this energy that we've just come out of Sagittarius with, and this vision, this truth, and then build something? And the possibilities of our manifestation and our creation at that 0 point is anything is possible. So everybody would have been feeling like, oh my God, like a huge opening taking place. And that's just really, really beautiful to feel, to surrender to. And then we have Neptune in Pisces, in its nature, in its natural attunement, and the moon in Pisces on this day conjunct. And this is in the later degrees of Pisces. So what's beautiful about that as well is like, it's the wisdom of that 24th degree of Pisces and the 18th degree. There's a little bit of space there still. There's about 8 degrees of space there. From that point. And what I see in that is it's sort of saying, can we just surrender and trust that we've got this. And something beautiful that came through on the day was that even though we've come out of the Piscean age, where there was a lot of the God complex, the guru complex, the savior, the victim, the many different faces of the one, the unified myriad of many things within the one. The perils of the Piscean age were, you know, deception, but also like there was a lot of beauty in that age as well, in like creation, and you know, like how the whole world kind of expresses itself in its unique ways, and you know, the whole cinematic experience of like living in a fantasy, you know, the fantasy realms. But then it's like within where there was deception, where is the truth, and where is the truth within unity, and what is the higher octave of that? Does it have to be like in a wash or a mess, or like a lost deception because someone has to win or lose? Or are we able to find something from that age and bring the gifts of what we have cultivated through the Piscean age, which for me is unconditional love. It is the ability to come out of that age with that unconditional love, having seen every face of everything, the beauty, the innocence, the creativity, but also the unconscious deception and cruelness and cruelty, and like the contrast between the two, and then come to what the Christ energy was there to show us, or the Christ energy was there to bring us, which is, I just think it's just so beautiful that the moon and Neptune are also conjunct in Pisces on this day, on the 21st. And it sort of has like this feeling, this key, this deepness like to it of surrender and flow with the river and flow with the ocean and connect to that big broad ocean that connects you to grandmother ocean, grandmother moon, you know, like the respect of the love of the grandmothers, the ones who have gone through all of it, and they purify the energy of the soul and bring the truth. And in nature and in honor and the true people of this land, just how connected they are. So that is another thing to bring through from the Piscean age, to know that we are not separate. So in this birth of the age of Aquarius, we are going to see, in the beauty of it, the idealism of it, and the higher octave of it will be the uniqueness, like I said before. It's bringing honor to the needs and the uniqueness, and treating people on an individual basis rather than as a whole. which in some ways there was some points missed with that, with the Piscean age, where everyone was just treated in one, way, and that's not the way to treat the whole person as an individual, because everybody has a uniqueness in their own way. So the beauty of this era is going to be like that deep acceptance of all the colours, but within a detachment. So there's that ability to detach, but also that ability through deep and true friendship to find true love, to know what that true love is in your ability to stand as a pillar, because Aquarius also rules the number 11, which is the two pillars. So, and when the two pillars are very solid, then electricity can communicate in a system as they become like a transmitter to higher frequencies, higher energies. So how we see this as well is, in the negative, we have to be aware that the Aquarian age is also rules. Something to be aware of is that the Aquarian age also rules technology. So with that, we need to be aware that if, for example, it's getting really hot, I'm going to take this hat off. Oh my God. Whew, it's quite hot here in Australia today. So something wonderful, or something we need to be aware of is the AI. So Aquarius rules divine intelligence. It's ourselves as light, as starlight, as what you are, the possibilities of your consciousness and its like unique expression as it communicates through all systems, yeah? So it's like how stars and everything is a receiver and a transmitter, and how now the system is firing up. So where we have to be careful with artificial intelligence is it was only ever meant to be a tool. We respect intelligence in all its ways, like intelligence and technology are like a tool to make things flow more simply with our connection to each other at a distance. So it's like bringing closeness to the distance and effectiveness to work procedures. But AI was never meant to rule. It's only ever meant to be a tool. And we all appreciate good technology. We cannot deny this. Like, technology is a great thing for creation and finding different ways of expressing yourself and creating from that platform. But we are also to free our minds and to return to nature. So how I've always seen like the most balanced and most beautiful world is like that return to nature, that basically we are completely connected with the earth in the most organic way. And this is what the Uranus in Taurus is bringing, innovation to permaculture, bringing that light of Aquarius to the Taurus and the appreciation of that. Then the other beautiful thing is, if we can have technology like using the sun's energy and Tesla technology and bringing back the good technologies, the ones that do not harm, and that work within frequency that is pleasant, because air wants to bring the pleasant flow. Air desires the pleasant flow and the better way for things to impact us. We've just gone through the cycle of Earth, which built the world. So every other conjunction to this point, over thousands of years, has been in an Earth combination, which was building the world. It was the Industrial Revolution. It was like all the ages that actually created the world and like built things like in the Earth way. But Earth has more of a density to it. It's grounded. But now it's time for that system to lift. lift off the ground, and to be more effective with the vibration of more free flow. And so we could see it like an engine being built, and like the society's engine being built. And then we've had the internet, we've had different things, but then with this Aquarian age, it's getting systems to speak to each other more in a way, but in a currency way, in a way that there's nothing wasted, that we're using innovation so that we're actually satisfied. You know, there's a satisfaction with how things are flowing because there's connection, there's true connection. So that's like, in order to create electricity, we need connection. We need the connection of the negative and positive, the two parts to connect. And that's what needs to happen in our society, in our culture. There's been a mass disconnection as a sort of a downfall of the earth age, because the earth was for building, and more interconnection, like, or more self-connection. But now if we are to move forward as a people, it's about really being receptive, not just do, build, but let's be receptive. Let's experience this. Let's come into the experience of what it is. And coming out of the mind in the way that the mind, you know, stops you from living, and coming into the experience of what air is through the waters, because the original ruler of Aquarius is water with air, and so both water and air conduct electricity. So this is a really, really powerful thing to understand. And then so how those systems communicate to each other. So this doesn't mean that we will not have, because of where we stand now, we're not going to have challenges and different things to be aware of, especially when it comes to, like, you know, different, you know, the ones that do not actually have a vision for humanity in the positive sense, wanting to use different systems to control us. So that's where AI can be a problem, and us to be aware of that and to claim back and to nip things in the bud. And we're really on a path of transformation and shifting up, but we have to take stock of everything that we've learnt from the previous era, come into more unconditional love, take the higher octave, the higher ground, and attend to the needs of humanity, and see the vision of the divine geometries that are coming through that 0 point of the Mercury and Sun in Capricorn, and bringing that, like, that belief and that potential and that powerful belief that we can do this, we can build this structure. And Mars is in Aries, square Pluto at the moment, so there's this underbelly of, like, still something at a deeper level being worked out, you know. And so that's the other thing, like, we have such a powerful time for, like, deep transformation, because we've got the two active planets in a square with each other, which holds it in a solid, it's like a fixed feeling, which feels quite challenging, but it's really building a deep form of transformation at the belly of our experience at this point. So, and that Pluto in Capricorn that's going, we need to change this system from the inside out, you know, because Pluto rules our transformation and Capricorn rules the structure of the system, the bones, the skeleton of the system. And how are we transforming that? How are we purging that, the elements of that, into something new, or taking the essential ingredients, the essential elements? And then Mars Aries is just like, we need to take action. We need to be vigilant. We need to be aware. And we need to take that pure action So and then with Uranus still in Taurus, at the early degrees of Taurus, we've got some full power anchoring of the new earth, because we have Uranus, which is ruled by Aquarius, bringing that light, and then we have Taurus, which is the earth. So light is being penetrated into the earth at this time, and it's just really exciting. And that 0 degrees Aquarius, where Saturn and Jupiter is going to come up and trine the Uranus soon as well, which is going to bring an even deeper desire to build something that is powerful. And with those sort of things, what comes with it as well is the realization of what's not working. So when we can realize what's not working and know that we have the power to make things work in a really innovative and more desired way, we are intensely and incredibly intelligent, and we are pure intelligence, we are pure genius, we are pure light. So where have we been denying that? Where have we been denying our pure intelligence as a race, as a light, as a purity, as a people? It's coming back into the way, and it's just remembering. We're here, we are just remembering who we are. We are just coming back to remembering what we are capable of. And that's just the most incredible thing at this time. And with Venus still in Sagittarius during this alignment, in connection with Uranus, a new innovation, a new way to see how we retell this story, how we bring back the truth of the stories that are in connection with the earth and the people and the culture. And a system that is thriving and just living and giving. This is the beauty, this is the possibility. With Chiron sitting at Aries at this point, this is about healing your essence. This is about remembering who you are as pure light. And coming back to that essence. Purging and burning away all those things that are not you, not true. So letting them go. And this is just so beautiful. This 0 point, it's just, we got this, we got this, we got this, we got this. I'm so excited. I'm so excited for the possibilities for our world, and just how incredible humanity has become, even through everything, and how you cannot subdue light for long. You can try, you can, those other forces that are ignorant or disconnected can try to oppress and control. But the ultimate truth is the light will always prevail. So that's where we're at. So let's get onto this. Let's get these retreat centers going for the healing of humanity, for the repair of the people, repairing the souls, healing the souls, calling back your soul, calling back your light. It's time for repair, and it's time for a whole new way forward, to level up and not to have to work so hard for our money or our energy anymore, but to sustain ourselves in a way that certain things are provided on the basic level, but then from there we can level up and we can build systems that are in full communication and full harmony with each other. In joy, in sustenance, in beauty, in grace. Thank you for being here. I am Shay of Star Heart Astrology, and that's the report. Thank you.